they've been discouraged from using the vaccine, and what you advise them to do.
Thank you for your question. And
You have talked to families or individuals who've been affected by measles, whether you have found they've been discouraged from using the vaccine, and what you advise them to do.
thank you for your question, Senator Blumenthal. So at Vaccinate Your Family, we do work with patient advocates that have been impacted like mine, like my story. One particular measles story comes to top of mind for me. His name is Joshua. At the age of 30, he caught measles. He thought he had been vaccinated. He had asked his mother when he got sick, "Hey mom, was I vaccinated?" And he found out that he wasn't. He caught measles at his sister's college graduation and ended up in the hospital. Thankfully, he survived, but he had a really long road to recovery. So what we're seeing right now with outbreaks of measles is obviously very concerning to me as a parent. We again want people to have the right information about how they can protect themselves and their families. I don't know personally of any story where someone was discouraged from reporting an injury, so I can't speak to that.
Thank you. My time has expired.
My daughter's visiting me today and last night in DC. Normally I get an alarm clock, but this morning I got a cute little 18-month-old face in front of me to wake me up. So to all of you, I can't even, you say that you can relate. I can't even imagine what you're going through, and we have to figure out a way forward. So let me just, I think it's important though that we look at where we were to understand what we need to do to go forward. So I think most Americans expect that when you get on a plane, you buy a car, you get on an elevator, you eat a meal, that there's a standard of care that company used, and if they didn't use a standard of care, that you have a path to get some sort of compensation for the lack of effort. I think most of us kind of expect that. So when we say anything is safe, there's nothing that's 100% safe, possible. But what's interesting about this industry is that the government
Why do they get
has
reparations for
the
being
government has decided
demons?
that this particular industry gets a free pass. That this particular industry doesn't have to be liable to anybody. And to our ranking member, I'm glad that you're interested in these things. I think that's fantastic. But he's for 5 years on the way out the door. How does that happen? On December 11th, 2024, with no public notice, snap of an auto pen, liability is extended through 2029. So you look at it and you go, well, how does all this happen? And I think we also have to recognize that there was a lot of people who, for example, I'm sure for you, Dr. Sullivan, for you, Dr. Hooker, for many of you, when you even said, hey, is this a problem? You were banned on social media. Well, okay, let's say that's not the worst thing that can happen to you in the world. But then the Biden administration then took it further and said, you can't go to work and make a living because your employer must either force you to be vaccinated, force you to reveal your public medical information, or you're unable to provide for your family. That's a very different thing. And yet, complete silence. And so if we're going to